turn around. Let me see the back of your hair here. You got one of these.
Well,
You got an Eddie Murphy.
well, yeah.
You got it. Prince changed everything.
Changed everything, you know?
Welcome to the show. It is a pleasure to meet you, buddy.
Hi.
I know you from The Bear, but you're
Yeah.
also a very successful chef. You have restaurants, you
Yeah.
have cookbooks. You're fantastic.
Fantastic.
You're a very talented human. Did you?
Multifaceted.
Yes, I actually did some research. I got a photo
Yeah.
of you applying to culinary school.
Good.
Yeah, look at this kid. Now,
Hemp necklace. Hemp necklace. I don't think Prince had a hemp necklace.
no, he didn't have a hemp necklace. Do you
No.
think this guy would ever go on to a star in a TV show and produce his show?
No, Jimmy. I didn't.
He did.
That guy was just looking for some extra smokes and some beers, I think. But yeah.
How did you go from running restaurants to and writing cookbooks to being in The Bear?
Well, how did I become so successful?
That's what I meant to say. Yes, I meant to say.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm just like a kid from Fort Erie. Went to culinary school, and everything I have in my life has come through food, through cooking, through showing who you are, through something you do, which I think is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I honestly, I have no idea. It's like, I wouldn't be on The Bear, though, like, without, like, Courtney Storr, who's Chris Storr's sister. She's a chef, incredible. She's a producer, executive producer on the show as well. She introduced me and Chris, and, like,
But you don't play a chef on the show.
no. Well, that's like a thing. Like, you don't want to be the thing. I'm a chef in real life. I got restaurants in Toronto, and it's just like, I don't want to do that. And then
This
I
is
didn't
what
even
acting's all about.
Yeah,
Act.
I gotta act.
Yeah.
And so like they're like, will you be the handyman? I was just like, I don't know how to do anything. I like with the screwdriver and like a ladder. What do you do with the ladder? You climb up it? You fix something up there? Like what's up there? I don't want to go up there.
You don't do that type of stuff.
I don't do that stuff.
No, who does that stuff in your life?
Trisha,
Yeah.
my beautiful wife.
Your wife does that
She
stuff.
does
yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah. Are you good at anything? Have you learned any tricks of the trade as being a handyman on the show?
No, I think like last season I was getting electrocuted a bunch. I had like a light socket, and then I was just like, I'm actually getting electrocuted here. Can we like? And I couldn't say my lines, and I was just like getting electrocuted.
I mean, you actually got really shocked.
Well, I shouldn't. No, absolutely
No,
not.
of course not. No, it was very safe.
No.
The set was safe.
Safe.
Nothing ever happened.
We love a safe set.
Who doesn't?
Ah,
We practice safe sets.
It's
That's
me.
exactly correct. That is correct. We do. We absolutely do. Is your character based on a real person or no?
yeah, Fack is somebody. Fack is somebody. Chris's childhood buddy, Fack. But I never met Fack. I think they keep him away from me. I'm not like Fack. Fack is a real person. His Instagram's private. We've never met. And I think he's really good. He's a tradesperson and fixes stuff, I think. I actually could be wrong.
Okay, he might not be.
But Fack is a real person.
Fack is a real person.
Not like me, though.
No. You're
As an actor.
You're different.
Different.
In real life.
Yeah.
You're different than Fack because you are...
Fack is like... Fack is very naive. Fack is very, he's gentle and soft, and he's a huge people pleaser. I'm big and soft and love people, and I love people pleasing and all that kind of stuff, but I think, like, it's funny, like, I think maybe I'm like, I'm sarcastic.
Yes.
Often.
You are.
Yeah. And so like I think when I get into like Fack, I'll put on like my clothes or whatever, the costume or whatever the heck it is, and then like, but people are always like, I like Fack more than Maddie.
What?
I'm saying because like Fack is so sweet and so nice, and I seem nice, but maybe not.
No, you are totally nice. You're very nice. You're unbelievably nice.
Most nicest.
You are the most nicest. But you help with a lot of some of the recipes on the show.
Yeah, like what ideation and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And think about like what the menu's gonna be. And once again, Courtney Storr is the boss. Sorry, but she is the boss.
Yeah.
And her team, CJ and Brian and Justin, and like there's amazing chefs executing, making sure everything is amazing, and like Courtney is that, and I'm just like kind of like in the ether, I feel, or something, you know? I'm up in the ether.
The food looks so good in the show.
The food is incredible.
You actually brought something here tonight for me to try. I've never tried before.
Snack.
Is that snack? This is based on something you actually had in real life?
Yeah, so we were in Copenhagen, Copes, around 2017. I had this dessert at 108. The chef Christian was there, and he made this dessert with this beautiful ice cream with caviar and this beautiful oil on it. And it was just something I never had before, and it was something so beautiful. And we 100% like ripped it off on the show. And shout out to Christian. You know, I was just there. What up, dude? And you know, I think it's just a beautiful thing. It's salty, it's sweet, it's cold. So you take a scoop. You want to do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so this is a nice little Sunday for us. This is us. It's summertime. Okay. You're on the canal. You're overlooking a canal.
Is that where I am?
This is a nice date, and we're talking about who we were as children. And then a little olive oil. Shout out to the I think this is Frankie's. I'm shouting him out. I don't care.
Yeah, Frankie's my fave. I love Frankie's.
We love Frankie's.
We do love Frankie's. Yep, we do.
So then that's that.
And then some flaky salt?
Yeah, a little flaky salt.
Okay.
Jazz.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
And then just go for it.
And then, yeah, you just take a little nibble. Look.
Cheers.
Cheers, hey.
You're the best.
You're the best.
Wow.
That's alchemy!
That's actually really good. That's the only way I'm gonna eat ice cream from now on. Maddie Malkinson, everybody.
Everybody!
Season 3 of The Bear premieres June 27th, exclusively on Hulu. We'll be right back. Stick around.